Let's go from person to policy. And talk about that roadmap, that policy area, the package of policies that you've been working on now, not just this year or whatever, but for a number of years. Parents have a child with unique abilities in Florida, and we get through the end of this session or next session. What would you like to see parents have available to them as a result of your work and the work of others that are helping you?
Well, over the last couple of years, really my good friend and partner John Thrasher and I worked on a couple of things. Number one, last year we eliminated the special diploma, because what was happening is a child with unique abilities would come out of the school system with a special diploma with very few options at all. And so we said, okay, we want these children in a regular classroom. They need to be included, and they need to be given an opportunity for a regular diploma so that when they leave, they have the ability to live independently or go to a vocational location. And
special diploma sometimes meant that the child was not included.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the things that we did over the last, I think it was last year, the year before, we became one of the first states to actually have a definition for inclusion. Many school districts said, oh, no, we include children with unique abilities. They'd bring them in for art, and then they'd send them back to the other classroom. And that's not our definition of inclusion. And many school districts have embraced it. Some do a pretty good job. And what we wanted is, once you eliminated that special diploma, is really the next step now is that post-secondary option for individuals with unique abilities.
All right, let's move into that. And that's kind of on the deck for this year, right?
It is, it is.
And what does that really mean?
Yeah, so when we said we wanted to do this post-secondary option, we actually had groups come to us and say, well, we have a program over here, we have a program over here. A lot of us are familiar with UNF has a program, FIU has a program, but there are others that have programs. But even as a state senator, we were not aware of all these different programs. A lot of them were just a group of parents got together in a local community and said, we want to have something at the local college for our children. Allison Tant, who's a friend, actually has been very involved with TCC here in Tallahassee. And so we said, look, why don't we incorporate something into our school system for those families that they can see, here are all the options. Once you find what your child's unique ability is, what their passion is, here are locations that you can go for post-secondary options and actually learn something that allow you to have the independent living that we all desire for our children. So
this is basically a coordination and information gathering service, so people would know what's available.
Yeah, it's coordination, it's financial support for those families. A lot of these families never participated in prepaid for various reasons. They just maybe didn't see an opportunity for their child. So we created a scholarship program last year that allows for using that money for therapies and different things like that, but they can also roll over portions of that money that they ultimately can use for post-secondary options.
Slow down for that one for a minute, because I'm sure people will be interested. This is the Personal Learning Scholarship?
It is.
And you started last year?
We did.
And it was for people with autism and?
What we did, we used a definition that APD uses for individuals with unique abilities.
What is APD for those that don't know?
Oh, Agency for People with Disabilities.
Okay, gotcha.
Maybe it should be people with unique abilities. Maybe
okay,
we'll put that on the list.
Yeah,
but we used their definition. We went small, and just to give you an idea, this scholarship, it allows for up to $10,000 a year for a family to get the money, and they are in control of it. So they can say, we want to do therapies or we want to do tutoring to help our child. This year, we hope to expand that because we only had enough for 1,800 scholarships last year, and we had over 5,000 families apply for those scholarships.
So you're hopeful to really expand that this year?
We'd like to, and mainly within the autism spectrum. You know, we went on with a tight definition, and we hope to loosen that up a little bit so families can participate.